So over the last 2 years, we've made over $4.2 million, and this is exactly how we've done it. Now, quite a few years ago, I spent more than $260,000 on training and education to understand what I'm going to show you today. I have bought every course, every coaching program that I could come across that I thought was valuable. I bought from some of the top coaches in the industry and learned and understood how they were doing their marketing systems. And I believe that this is a distillation of all the information and knowledge that I've learned over the last 10 years. And I've packaged it into one process that works extremely well. It's allowed me to run a fully automated business, and it's generating 30 plus leads every week. So let's dive into it, and I'll show you exactly how we've been doing this. Now, if you've followed any of my videos so far, you'll know that we have a formula. It's called the Coach Launch Formula. This is our signature program that helps coaches and consultants get to $100,000 a month at 60 to 80% profit, 7 times faster, and without overwhelm. This is what's working right now. Now we have 3 core pillars, and these pillars are designed specifically to help you build and manage a successful coaching business. Number 1, if you want to be successful in the coaching space or as a consultant, you need to have equity. You need to have a valuable proposition that you can offer that people are going to resonate with and want to spend money on. You need to be so valuable they can't resist. Number 2, you need clients. And clients is something that everybody struggles with. And the number 1 aspect of having clients or good quality clients comes down to trust. You need to build trust. If you don't build trust, it's very hard to get clients. And finally, if you don't want to run yourself into the ground, and if you want a business that you're managing rather than it managing you, you need to have control, and that comes through systems and processes. There is no other way to run a successful business than to have these components. And so if we zoom out a bit, you'll see that we have these layers, and in each pillar, there are 4 components. And each of these components connect directly to our entire marketing funnel, our entire marketing process, which I'm going to go through in a second. These are 3 core layers, right? So there's equity, clients, and control. Each of these manage a different part of our whole business. For instance, in order for us to have the success that we've been having, we needed to deeply understand what our clients want and need, who we're specifically targeting. And for instance, in our real estate business, we're targeting real estate investors that want to build cash flow. In our business consulting business, Coach Launch, we target coaches who want to build successful businesses, get to that $100,000 a month mark, make good profit, and do it without burning out, without the overwhelm, right? So this is what this system is all about. It's very specific and targeted. We have project focus. This part of our formula is all about understanding, clarity, having a clear path, right? Knowing exactly where you're going so you can stay on target and keep moving every day. The magic formula is about those platinum offers, and we'll see what that means in a minute. Profit ascension is you need to have a way to create profit out of your offers and be able to ascend people into different layers into your business. Because you'll notice, I mean, if you've been doing coaching for a while, or if you've been marketing online for a while, you'll notice that even though you have this avatar, they break down into components where there's people with more money. There's layers or tiers of avatars within that avatar. And understanding that means that you can turn more profit into your business. The next layer up in getting clients, the first component is getting trust. Building trust is one of the most important, vital components you need to have a successful business. And Echo Trust is about building that trust with your audience before you start selling to them, before you start acquiring them. So Echo Trust is all about that content management process, right? Getting on social media, getting in front of people. We've worked out a way to hack the system, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. Then there's the advertising component, right? The acquisition, getting in front of the targeted people, the right people, the people that are going to spend money with you and not wasting money and not blowing your budget. These days, with ad costs going up, trust going down, you need to be very smart about how you market or do your whole marketing funnel to get the right clients. Then we have a score selling system, right? This is a script that we have. So many people go into sales calls and they wing it. Sales shouldn't be difficult. It should be really easy. And after doing thousands and thousands and thousands of sales calls over the years and selling millions of dollars worth of products, I've honed in my skills and spent a lot of money understanding sales to the degree where we've simplified the process. This is for coaches and consultants. Get sales happening easier so that we're going to have a frictionless sales process. So many people struggle with sales, and it's actually not that hard when you just break it into the fundamental core components. Then we have delivery. This is about delivering on your promise, delivering that outcome, your formula that people are wanting to buy into, and doing it in such a way that people are advocating for you and giving you reviews, testimonials, and all that type of stuff. So it's a systematized process. All of these are systems that we've built into our business. Now we go into control. Controlling your business, being in control of your business is super important, right? You need to be able to build systems that you can know how your business is functioning. And the first of control is understanding your numbers, having cash control, knowing exactly what's coming in and going out from one day to the next. So many businesses don't take this serious enough and understand their numbers to a degree that a lot of people just end up failing because they haven't thought about their numbers enough. Cash flow drives business. Cash flow is king. So it's super important to keep on track of your numbers. The next is automation. Now, we run a fully automated business, but we didn't get there until we were able to build our process, till we knew what the business looked like, how the business was going to function, and what the outcomes were going to look like. Now, when I say automated is I can walk away from my business for a few days, go on a holiday, spend a weekend away, and the business still functions. And that's because we have, number one, automations in place, and number two, we have an alpha team. We have a great team in place that help us keep the business functioning and running properly. And it's great to have a good team that works with you and helps you build your business. Our team is fundamentally all virtual, and they're an amazing team. They have a process, they have systems that they work from, they have checklists, and it keeps the whole business functioning in the right direction. And then finally, you need to have an elevation, a way for you to be able to manage all of your business so that you can have your business operating, running efficiently without you always being on top of people, right? People need to be autonomous, and you can have the ability to create, to do other things, to manage your business rather than working in your business, which is important, not just for you, but for your team, because when you're creating new ideas and innovation in your business, that's when your business can grow. So they all work together. And so we put all of this into one big system, right? This is our funnel. This is how we manage our entire business. And if I step right here to the first part, you can see all of this. Now, these days, it goes without saying that if you don't have a way to get out in front of the crowd, if you don't have a social media presence, you're dead in the water. You have to have a solid functioning social media presence so that people can see who you are, what you're doing. It builds credibility, it builds trust. But the thing is that so many people get stuck on content. So this is an infinite content engine. We developed this because we struggled ourselves with content, creating content for things like video scripts, content copy, ad scripts. We're doing tons of ads, ad copy, and we did not want to be generic. There's so much generic stuff out there. People are bored of all the generic stuff. So you have to try and be unique and creative when you're doing your business, or you're creating your business, or building your coaching or consulting business. And so this infinite content engine, but by the way, this is all the stuff that we provide that our clients can plug into, that we help them do this type of setup so that they can run a fully automated business themselves. As a coach and consultant, you want to be a leader. You don't want to be always stuck in the minutiae and mundane of your business. And so here's the thing, right? Content, people get stuck with content. What do I say? How do I say it? What's the right words to use? How do I end my videos? How do I start my videos? How do I do my copy? How do I start my ads? How do I end my ads? What can I do for this content? All these types of things. And so we have two main components. First, on the first stage, we have story prompting. Yeah. So we have these core components, right? We want to tell types of stories that get certain things done. These story prompts, mechanisms that we use to build out a story that is relevant to what we're trying to teach or train or in our marketing. They're all kind of interconnected, right? So You can have stories that sell, stories that persuade, stories that influence, stories that motivate, and stories that engage. These are the frameworks that we use to build out our content. Then we have these primers, right? The primers are all the core components of our business, meaning that most of what we teach comes from our formula. And within our formula, we have a lot of copy, testimonials, things that we've done that we create these engaging stories around. So we will put all of our primers in here, right? Core primers. There are 3 layers of primers that we have, right? The first primer is integrated with what we're doing, the results we're getting, what we're doing. So this is the who we are. The next is the what we do, and this is the how we do it type stuff, right? So all of these things together combined create an array of unique stories that we can continuously tell, and we never run out of ideas. That's why it's called the infinite content engine. Then we take those ideas and we put them into 3 layers. The first layer, we'll use AI to help us create some cool value, get some ideas, get the juices flowing, utilizing the information that we've taken. We have prompts and checklists here that we go through to make this all happen. And these checklists help us to create stories, and then we'll place out on our storyboards. This is a storyboard, and we have storyboards for every type of content that we create. And we've templatized this so that we have for ads, we have for sales pages, we have for videos, whatever it is, there's different templates for these that we've created. These storyboards then help us with our intros, our main body content, and then our outros. And these can be interconnected and interchanged. Very powerful way to create the stories for your content, because all of your content will be utilized in every part of the business. This is our entire funnel, and this is how our funnel works. I'm going to go into it because each of these that I'm showing you now is connected directly to our formula. So everything that's here is connected to our entire business framework and how our entire business runs, so that we're getting the results that we're getting. All right. So now, as we all understand, content is super important. Content is a fundamental building block of a business these days. You cannot get away from it. You cannot try and run away from it, hide away from it. If you want to have success, and especially if you want to build trust and credibility, you need to have this working for you. And so, but then you got to do something with it, right? Your content gets turned into stuff that goes out and gets distributed. Now we learned, and I've seen this being used a lot, all the big guys around, I've studied this, I've researched this, bought the programs and seen exactly how this formula works, and it works really, really well. First of all, as your client goes through their journey, they're going to go through these layers. This is the beginning of our funnel, and if I move this all across here, this is the end of our funnel, right? So our real estate business and our coaching business, our business consulting business has the same key elements, and they do extremely well. So we're going through the client's journey. So your client is going to go through a lot of layers, right? Obviously, they start out not knowing you. They don't know who you are. They've never met you. They haven't spoken to you. They haven't seen you before. There's no way they know about who you are, what you're doing. So if you were to start marketing just to cold audience straight off the bat, which is what most people try and do, it's very time consuming and very onerous. So what the smart marketers are doing, and what we've adopted in our business and in our system that we plug into our clients, is we have these 2 mechanisms that work very well. And I call this the Echo Trust engine, right? The Echo Trust engine is an engine that builds a massive amount of trust through this process. And what happens is we're using YouTube and Facebook fundamentally. You can do this on LinkedIn and other platforms. Facebook connects with Instagram, so automatically you connect it through Instagram. But we do this on YouTube and Facebook. We have 2 types of content that we create. The first content is content that inspires. The other is content that teaches. Well, combined with those 2 content pieces, which we rotate through our engine, and we change these over and create a flow of good content, quality content. We do 2 things. We create curiosity and we create interest. This is part of the customer journey. In the beginning, no one knows who you are, so you've got to build that curiosity. You've got to go out there and create inspirational content that they're going to go, oh, that's interesting, or oh, what's that all about? Let me go and find out more. And then content that helps, right? Because people are online searching for solutions. And if you can get in front of them at those specific times when they're looking for that solution and you provide an answer at a low cost, that's huge. And so once you have them in your sphere or in your environment, you can then rotate your content through to them over and over and over again. And eventually you become known to them in a much cost-efficient way. Now, this is not organic, this is paid, but it's very, very affordable to run these types of ads, which then get your audience warmed up super, super fast. And this will help you lower your ad cost, and your whole journey will become so much easier. And the next layer is, as you're warming them up, and I'll show you what that funnel looks like, because we're going to go through this funnel process to warm them up so that when we're sending our conversion ads, we know we're targeting the perfect avatar, right? The perfect avatar. Now, funny enough, you're watching this video and you've come into our world, or you might have been in our world for a while, and you would have seen a lot of the videos, or this is the first video that you're seeing, but now you're going to enter into this part of our value stream, and you'll start seeing more of us around as we retarget. And that's cool, right? Because now you can see how this all comes together. Your cold audience, it can be very expensive to target if you're just targeting cold audiences and you're trying to attract people in. So what we do is we create click ads, right? Just click ads on Facebook and on YouTube. These are to get engagement, right? So they're affordable engagement ads, when done correctly, get ridiculously low costs. As you filtering people into these content pieces, you're then retargeting them into the next layers. And these are layers of our funnel, right? So we take them from cold audience to subscribers, leads, likes, and follows. Then we take them on a journey to view our trust page, which is the page that is set up for you to go and see who we are, what we're doing. And you can book a time with us and come and see how our process works and how we can plug in the system into your business. Then we're retargeting people who go into our schedule page. And then once they're closed, they're closed. These are the perfect avatar because we've warmed them up so succinctly into our whole world. Now that happens right about here in our funnel. So at the perfect moment when they've done a certain action, we're getting this perfect avatar, $100,000 a month avatar, connecting with us, and then we're ready to move forward. They come down the journey with us. Now, it's fair to say that in every marketing journey or every marketing funnel, people don't just take action straight away. They sometimes take a while to work through stuff. I call this a happy dragon ad. It's a Facebook or YouTube ad, a conversion ad, specifically targeted to these people that we've warmed up at a low cost. Now our ad cost is super low because we've got the right types of people engaged. Now we got people coming in from the ad into our Echo Trust video page. This is where we have some call it VSL, where we show people what we're up to, what we've been doing. You can have this on your YouTube channel if you wanted to, and you can send people to your YouTube channel. We send them to a page so that we can target them correctly. Now this part of the process is very, very important, right? Because this part here, we've gone from taking the people from curiosity, where they've just got to know you. We've built interest in what you're offering, right? And then we've warmed them up, boom, we've got the perfect client that we're working with. We now send the perfect client a ad which is built to increase your status. Now your status is increasing anyway with all the other stuff that you're doing because you're warming up that audience and showing them your expertise on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are. Then this video is designed to amplify the trust, get them so in your space so they can see what you're doing. They trust you now. You're showing them, right? You're showing them, not telling them, you're showing them how they can have the success that they need. And then boom, you're sending them to a calendar. Now, before they get or through the calendar process, you're validating them, right? So even though you know they're a good fit, you have to validate them and find out if they're still suitable, right? This is the first layer of checking for suitability. And when people come onto your calendar, we call this the sticky calendar. We know they're ready to commit. They filled in the form, they've booked a time to come and speak with us, and now there's an appointment set. And when they've got to this point, what we do is part of our whole process, and I'll show you a little bit of that more in a minute, is that when they're on the calendar, we don't just expect them to turn up, because people have busy lives. They do stuff, they're in business, they're running around doing their life, right? And oftentimes they might forget, or there might be whatever reason that they don't show up to a meeting. I learned a very long time ago that in order to have a full calendar and to make sure people show up, I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to this. So we have a system designed that sends a high priority email, we call them and we SMS them to make sure in the morning that they're going to rock up. We make sure they're committed through this process. My team has the steps, right? We have a system designed to this, and so I have literally a 98% show up on our calendar because we focus on getting people engaged and moving forward. And it's not only this process that helps, the fact that we've warmed them up so much and the fact that they know us so intimately, by the time they get here, this is really easy. It's not that hard. You call them, oh yes, I'm going to show up. We confirm them in the calendar, right? Every day we go through a series of confirmations to make sure that people are confirmed. Now they trust you, they've seen everything that you do, they're ready to get in front of you, right? They've committed to a session, they're committing to you, giving you their time, right? That's a huge commitment for them. The next layer up, the sales call, right? You're going to have a sales meeting. Now, just a step back, what we do, and I learned this quite a long time ago, that this is also very important, is in this form, I said to you previously or earlier on that even though you have your perfect avatar, your avatars have different needs or have different levels of income and have different experiences and different types of directions that they go in. And so I like to categorize them in 3 or 4 different areas, and over time you'll learn who they are and what that means. And I find in most of my businesses that we'll have these types of people, and so we're filtering them in the form, in the calendar, and so we know when they're coming through to us what layer or level they're at, right? And we have a scoring system for this. This is why I call it the score script. When you know their score, and SCORE has another acronym as well, but we have a SCORE selling system, right? And in this whole process, it's designed to amplify desire, the desire to work with you. It's a 45-minute session. It's a one-call close. And when you do all this stuff really well, this becomes really easy, and the close rates are super high in this format. So we know what layer they're at, what they're looking to achieve, and this does a whole lot of other stuff as well, because it keeps them in our pipeline, and we can do things with them. If we can't help them, we can send them in another direction. If we can help them, we can filter them into the different levels of our business. For instance, in our real estate business, we had people that had a medium amount of money to pay and had a certain situation. We had people that had more money to pay and wanted a certain outcome. And then we had people that had just a lot of money to spend and they wanted to buy the big packages, which is our $50,000 package. And so selling those became easier because we knew exactly where they were at, right? And if you know how to filter your people, if you know the questions to ask in your forms, it makes your sales process a lot easier as well. It's pre-qualifying and getting people primed for the sales calls. We hit them pretty hard coming into sales calls with good information, keeping them warmed up and motivated for that sales call. And then the sales call happens and boom. Our business is designed to sell and then deliver. And we have multiple packages, right? And in our front end of our business, we have this part of the system is about advocacy, right? And so when they come through the sales process, they've gone through the sales call and they're going to, the next part is they're going to be onboarded, right? We have an onboarding process, which is automated, and we give them a call as well. So part of the onboarding process is we'll email them or SMS them and we'll then call them. We're asking them if we can call, and then we'll call them. And then we'll start going through this as an onboarding process, right? So the first layer is they've purchased our front-end core products, our core packages. And this is all designed for getting advocacy, right? We want to get testimonials, we want to do a good job, we want to deliver on the outcome that we have. And our client boost formula, or how we deliver, is based around this. So we have a 3-month to 12-month outcome, depending on the levels that they were at and what they were purchasing into. And we have clarity. So our whole business is built around helping people get from one place to the next. Here's the thing, right? The entire core of our business is built around keeping things simple, getting people to understand what the journey looks like, what we're doing from them. For instance, in Coach Launch, we help our clients build equity. That's creating a world-class offer. Number 2, we help them get clients by creating a low-cost funnel. Number 3, we help them get control of their business by helping them with systems, providing an automated process that they can just tap into and helps them make life a lot easier so that they can be the coach rather than being a worker in the business. Now, everything we do revolves around our core formula, right? This is our unique offer. This is our Coach Launch formula. And for every business, we help our clients create one of these unique formulas that they can present themselves and show their clients how they can get their clients from A to B. Inside of our program, we have training. Of course, the training helps to understand the formula. We also have group coaching, which is important. The community, people like community. When you have community, you can create a sense of, rewarding and connectedness and helpfulness. It's just really awesome to have a good community. And then within that, there's processes and resources, right? You provide resources, downloads, and frameworks that people can utilize that are part of your formula that can get them from A to B so that they understand how everything works. And in our case, we have an automated system. So that automated system comes with the operating systems, and it comes with checklists, and it comes with a dashboard that you can run everything and keep everything tidy and working succinctly. Finally, we have surprises. We surprise people with giveaways, competitions, and help people who need help, right? So we might find somebody who's struggling with something, they've asked some questions in the group, and so we might pull them together and then we'll give them one-on-one help. We charge a lot of money for one-on-one help from private consultation for me. So this becomes really valuable when we can help other people, and I do it for free, to see the result, to help people get results. And then finally, a huge part of what you need to deliver as a client boost process is recognition. If you're recognizing your people, they are going to reward you for that. People want to be recognized. Who doesn't want to be recognized? So think about that when you're delivering on your deliverables, that you need to have a package that's tight and concise and it's built to get people results. Now, when they come through the onboarding process from the sales call and we're onboarding them, what we're doing here is we are going to give our clients a nudge. Send them an email, we send them a text asking them, can we catch up and have a chat? We're going to onboard part of the onboarding process. During the onboarding process, right, and if you don't have one of these, if you don't have any of this yet, we can help you with this, but it's super important. This helps to boost your profitability, huge. I don't think many people understand how important it is to have ascension, right? When I learned about ascension, when I learned that I could take people from selling them on a $15,000 or $5,000 product to a $100,000 product or a $100,000 program, and it was not that hard to get from one to the next, it blew my mind. And so this is what we help our clients with, right, is to go from selling, and we specialize in high-ticket packages, but going from selling something at, say, $5,000 and then having this back-end ascension, right, this is profit ascension in our formula, and it's getting people to want to buy bigger stuff. Now, they might not take it, right, at this point. They might not take it, but we've made them aware of these next layers up. We have a pink diamond mastermind, we have red ruby events, and then we have emerald partners. This back-end system here is super, super powerful and so easy to put together, and really, really can bang in the profit in your business like nothing else there is. With the same amount of money in the front end that you're pumping out, you don't have to do anything extra. These people are already buying from you. The chances of them buying these other higher priced items is a lot easier. And if you can position it in a way that you can guarantee them results, or that it doesn't cost them anything for trying this stuff out, it becomes an easy sell. And sometimes they don't take these straight off the bat, right? It takes a little bit of momentum and work to go through the process and get them come and do these. You're creating awareness, first of all. Through that awareness, you're then rolling and making announcements. You have your mastermind. The mastermind is only for a select few. This is a very high profile type environment where you might take one or two, maybe three of your best clients and offer them this place where you're going to go work with them and grow their business rapidly or exponentially, or you're going to do something with them to get them amazing results. And this is you especially working with them. Red Ruby events are events that you can put together to create high value. These are pretty easy to sell. People love to go to events, especially events that add value and get results. And then this is something that I've learned recently that has really changed the game for me. And I'm like, I wish I'd done this years ago. And that was Emerald Partners. It's having partners with you that can provide stuff that you can't provide. So if somebody needs something, like for instance, in our real estate business, we partnered with builders that could build us certain products that some of our clients wanted. So instead of me going out and becoming a builder, I could then pass those clients on to the builder and nurture them and work with him and create this huge value. It was a win-win. The clients were happy because they knew that we were supporting them, and they were happy they were getting the results that they want, and the partners that we work with are getting an outcome as well. So really, really huge. These three core things, when you know how to do them, they're just super powerful. And now, the last thing I want to talk about here is Alpha Team. You cannot have success in your business without people working with you, right? This whole process is to run this takes effort, it takes energy, it takes work, and there's no way you could do this by yourself. This is the way to run a business. This is how you build a business, right? You need to have everything working for you, from this Echo Trust engine to your retargeting emails, to your retargeting pixels, to all the follow-up stuff that you're doing, getting people onboarded, all this stuff. It's impossible to do this by yourself when you want to grow a business. Now, one of the key ingredients that we have in our business is we built a virtual alpha team, right? We have a team that works with us that delivers and helps us on our results. Now, in the beginning, it costs money to get a team to work for you. So it's not easy. And then on top of that, finding the right people to do that, whatever task it is very tricky sometimes, because there's a lot of people that want to do the job, right? But they don't have the skills, so they don't have the capacity to do it. And so what we learned is that we needed to systematize stuff so that we could hire people that we could teach, train, educate, and build with us. So we were looking for certain types of individuals that would work hard rather than have all these amazing skills. And we could teach them through our processes and our mapping and our management to learn the skills, to develop, and to become more creative in what they're doing. So Alpha Team has been a huge, huge benefit for us, because without our team, I don't know where we would be. It's really hard to do all this stuff without people helping you. We got me and my partner, we work together in the top end of the business, and we kind of manage everything. Now we have multiple businesses, so this kind of overlaps into some of our other businesses, and we got other staff in our other businesses. But for Coach Launch, we have 4 core team members that run literally everything, because we've systematized the whole lot. And literally, you can get this from us, and we can plug this all into your business, and you don't have to spend years and years and years and years trying to develop all this. It's just all done for you. If you want to check it out, come and catch up with me, and we can talk about this. I'll show you a demonstration. Now, what happens is it's hard to find good staff. It's hard to find good people to work with you. And so you have to systematize it. You have to create processes, and you have to have clear roles and responsibilities. Your hiring process needs to be succinct, so you need to have a way to engage and get the right people. And if those people aren't working out, change them out. And then you need to have a management process or a management dashboard, which consists mostly of checklists and communication. When you get this all right, you can run a successful business. This is years and years and years and years of development, working out steps and processes to make this all work. It doesn't just happen overnight. A lot of people are looking for easy success, easy riches. It doesn't happen. You got to put effort into it. You can stand on the backs of giants, and you can have people that have already gone the hard road and have done the thing, and you can tap into that. I spent over $260,000 on training, education, coaching, mentorship, you name it, to get a clear handle on my marketing, on my process, on how I deliver, on speaking in front of camera, on speaking on stage. All these things that I was lacking in, I've gone and educated myself around so that I can rapidly grow my business, so that I can shortcut into having the success that I want. And so this is years of experience, nurturing, understanding, lots of courses, programs, coaching and consulting, and we have expertise because we've been doing this for many years now, and we've had successful businesses to show for it. Now, if you want to catch up with me and see how this all works, I'd love to chat with you. If you have any comments or feedback, please comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, we'll answer them happily. But this here for me has probably been one of the most amazing game changers that we have in our business. It's this content engine. Because this content engine literally feeds our entire business, because there's nothing worse than running out of content or not knowing what content to create, or having blockages. It can't create stuff, right? Because it's constant. You have to be pretty relentless with this stuff. And so if you don't have a system to drive it, it's going to burn you. It becomes very difficult. And so that's why we created ours. And our formula, our process is based around all of that content. And so at any one day, I can pull out from any of these pieces, I can plug into here, get a story prompt going, I put all my primers together, we get a framework of what we're going to talk about, some call to actions. We get hooks together so I can create one video. Off I go. It takes me about 15-20 minutes to put all this together, and then I can start recording and create content. Then we put it into our engine, and that starts driving our business. So every day we're doing that. This has definitely been one of the game changers of our entire business. It's reduced our ad cost dramatically, and it's helping us get good quality clients into our funnel. My name is Matthew White. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.